Well, Kath, we're about to meet a very creative soul, and she has accomplished so much in her life. It's incredible. Aili Kurtis is an award-winning painter, loves to capture the great Canadian landscape, and the best part, she has her own little corner of paradise in the Rideau Valley.
For Aili Kurtis, this is a place of worship, a sanctuary of quietude where she feels God's pleasure.
This is in the Rideau Valley. It's about 15 minutes from Perth, and Perth, of course, is about an hour from Ottawa. And I used to live in Ottawa, but I'm living here full-time now with my partner, Victor, and we just love it. It feeds my soul, and I spent a large part of my life on a kind of a spiritual quest, and I realized that I'm almost like a pantheist, and that God is everywhere, especially in nature, and I just like to be close to it.
Pike Lake near Perth is Aili's gateway to herself. These rippling waters shimmer with blessings.
And you feel the spirituality here?
Oh, yes. It's just a beautiful setting, and I go kayaking every day, or almost every day, and I just love to look around, see the sun glinting on the water, and the breeze moving the trees, and that's what gives me my artistic inspiration, I guess.
Though she's traveled all over the world, Aili's work reflects the beauty of Canada. Growing up in the Northwest Territories, she fell in love with the people and its landscape, discovering early her gift for capturing it on canvas.
I was painting when I was, a child. My grade 4 teacher sent a letter home to my parents saying that Aili has talent, so they nurtured it. So in Yellowknife I was painting portraits mainly of the local people, Indians and some of the Inuit, and I was selling paintings even at that time. Won scholarships to the Banff School of Fine Arts and won a scholarship to go to study at Ontario College of Art. And so I've been painting all my life. When I paint, I love to paint the Canadian landscape. That's who I am. I am of this part of the world, and I'm curious about the rest of the world, but it doesn't move me enough to paint it. You know, I'm more interested in a bit of light on water, a ripple of water, a shadow, some kind of scene from looking out at the lake.
Her window on the natural world provides an ideal vantage point. Her outdoor studio is an artist's dream, but in Aili's case, it just happens to be real.
Lots of times I actually paint outside on the balcony here, overlooking the lake. I don't always paint the lake. I may be working on an abstract painting or something from photo reference, but I like to be outdoors as much as I can.
Immersed in nature, Aili is reminded daily that painting is not solely an exercise or vocation, but a state of being. This is a place of reverence, and Aili is mindful and humbled by its magnificence.
I see the painting process as a meditation, and so when I'm painting, I lose sense of time, and I can spend hours on my feet being in the moment at every stroke. Every time I put my pastel to the sanded card or my brush to the canvas, I feel like I'm in the moment, and that's a meditation. I see painting as sort of a inner interpretation of the natural world, and I think it was when I met my life partner, Victor, who is a geographer, that I became more and more interested in doing landscapes. Victor was able to describe the landscape to me as we take road trips, massive road trips, and it really got me interested again in the abstract formations of the landscape around me. I paint water quite a bit, mainly because I'm overlooking water, and I just like the rhythms of water. I also like the cast shadows and reflections. This brings sort of an abstract quality to my work. And I sometimes do a series of paintings. Recently I did a series of sky. I like the abstract forms that the clouds make. And I did a series of curling bark. I was looking at every tree I passed by to see how the bark, especially birch bark, how it curled away from the tree, and I called that series Revelation.
On those occasions when she's not in the great outdoors, Aili's creative imaginings are given life in her sun-drenched studio. Extensive renovations to what was once her cottage have resulted in breathtaking spaces to live and work.
I had this as a cottage starting in '95, and I just wanted to spend more and more time here. So I built the studio about 5 years ago, and I usually went to Ottawa for the winter, and I rented a studio there, but I was just dying to get back to my own studio.
Aili hasn't always had the freedom to paint and pursue art full-time. She began her journey as an art teacher.
I have a degree in art education, and I taught high school art for a year in Montreal. And then I moved to Ottawa because my husband at that time was teaching at Carleton. And I got a job as an illustrator in the building of CJOH. And subsequently, Max Keeping asked me if I would start up a design department, and I started doing news graphics for Behind Max on the CTV News. And I did that for a number of years, and then I went freelance, and I started doing graphic design and illustration, and I taught at the Ontario College of Art for 10 years. At that time, I had a new client, Mike Copeland, and he started me off on a freelance basis doing some brochures and pamphlets for Corel Corporation, and then he hired me on full-time to launch Corel Draw. And that's what we did back in, I think it was 1990. We were thinking of a logo for the package, and he said, well, I want something fun, balloons. He said, well, maybe hot air balloons. And so I rushed back to my desk and did an illustration of a hot air balloon, and that became the logo for that product. And it was like a rocket that was taking off, and we made that product well known around the world. And I felt my job was done, and I wanted to get back to painting. So I bought this place, and I started painting here. I think it was 47.
It's an artistic rebirth that has blossomed into a prolific and fulfilling career. This award-winning master pastelist and painter finds calm and reward in the rugged simplicity of her Pike Lake playground. Here, the world seems right. Her heart feels home.
Life is good. I enjoy life. I enjoy traveling. I've traveled all around the world, but I enjoy coming back here. This is my home. This is where I paint. This is where I live with the man I love, and I want to just continue on doing this forever.
Well, Joe, there are so many things to love about Aili, where she lives, her work, and of course, her story.
I think Aili has truly found the formula for happiness. Aili, thank you so much for bringing a little magic into our lives by coloring our world.